Different homes, different beds, different rooms? The king and his queen consorts may be guaranteed that they will never have to share a bed, regardless of where they reside. The fate of Queen Camilla's royal title and her position within the monarchy have left many royal admirers wondering. Has the royal palace recently exiled Queen Camilla? In a startling development, King Charles has taken a decision that has never been taken before. Camilla is no longer a member of the royal family and has lost her title. However, what might have caused such an extreme action? According to reports, Charles was compelled to intervene after Princess Anne revealed Camilla in front of the whole royal family. What mysteries did Anne discover? What heinous treachery caused Camilla to fail? Now the monarchy is in utter disarray. And the power dynamics are changing in unexpected ways. Come along with me as we reveal the truth about this royal scandal, the betrayals, the power battles, and the momentous choice that ended Queen Camilla's reign. The supper during King Charles III's coronation started out as an apparently ordinary occasion, a night of splendor and regal custom. The weight of history permeated the air within Buckingham Palace. Its magnificent chandeliers, which illuminate dignitaries, aristocrats, and royal family members with a brilliant radiance. As the world saw the monarchy's celebration of its next chapter, a tempest that would soon break out in a way no one could have foreseen was simmering behind the formal toasts and polished grins. Known for her keen sense of humor and unwavering devotion to the throne, Princess Anne had had enough. She had always been thought of as the tough royal. Someone who valued responsibility over spectacle, duty over drama. Even so, she was no longer able to ignore what was happening inside the monarchy. Rumors have been circulating through the royal halls for months. Anne and Queen Camilla's tensions were now an unspoken truth rather than just conjecture. Now Queen Consort, Camilla had been fine-tuning her position. Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, is the woman Queen Elizabeth claims to desire. To be referred to as Queen Consort at Prince Charles's coronation. In a statement commemorating the 70th anniversary of her rule, a record no British monarch has ever achieved, she made the news. While some viewed her activities as a silent power move, others saw them as necessary. Princess Anne had been among many who felt that the family's unity was being jeopardized by Camilla's increasing power. There had been rumors that Anne had become more and more irritated with Camilla's tendency to put herself at the center of royal matters while subtly but unmistakably excluding others. As the palace halls echoed with laughing and the clinking of crystal glasses during the coronation supper that evening, Anne made the decision that enough was enough. The entire royal family was shocked in stunned silence by the unexpected and extraordinary confrontation that ensued. And spoke directly to Camilla, piercing the meticulously preserved exterior of royal etiquette. It was not a private, quiet conversation. It would rock the monarchy since it constituted a direct, public threat to Camilla's power. According to reports, Anne accused Camilla of undermining the responsibilities of other senior royals, overstepping her authority, and influencing royal matters. The conflict was for the foundation of the monarchy itself, not just individual grievances. The people that were there could hardly believe what they were seeing. The purpose of royalty was to resolve its disputes discreetly, not during a lavish celebration. Even more amazing was what transpired after the confrontation, which was historic in and of itself. The world was shocked when the palace released an official statement the next morning. Both her title and her status as Queen Consort had been revoked for Queen Camilla. Take up at Buckingham Palace as a royal employee resigns in the midst of a dispute. On November 30th, the palace affirms that an unidentified member of King Charles III's. The British populace and the international press were enraged by this unusual action. How could someone be fired overnight after decades of securing her position in the royal family? What could have caused such a drastic decline in reputation, something so grave and irreparable? In order to comprehend the extent of Camilla's demise, one needed to reflect on a previous instance, a minor but noteworthy gesture at a royal function that, although widely ignored at the time, said volumes in retrospect. Princess Kate, the future queen consort, had done something unexpected during a formal event. She had decided not to give Camilla a curtsy. This would have appeared insignificant to outsiders, a small transgression of royal protocol. It was quite a statement, however, in the monarchy, where tradition is paramount. A curtsy was more than just a courteous gesture, it was an outward expression of respect for people in higher positions and an acknowledgement of hierarchy. Refusing to curtsy was a message to Kate, a lady who aspires to become queen herself. The incident was swiftly analyzed by royal watchers. Some conjectured that it was a calculated action, a subdued protest against Camilla's increasing power. According to others, Kate and William symbolized a new era of royalty that was gradually moving away from antiquated traditions. Since joining the royal family in 2011, the Duchess of Cambridge has supported causes that are dear to her. For whatever reason, it was obvious that the choice had not been taken hastily. Breaking with convention wasn't the only thing at stake. It had to do with influence, power, and the monarchy's own future. Only after Anne's confrontation did the significance of that moment become more apparent. Kate's decision to not curtsy was now viewed in a different way. It was now a component of a larger change inside the royal family rather than merely an isolated incident. The warning signs had been there all along, but Anne's challenge to Camilla had been the tipping point. Tensions had existed for months or possibly years. With Charles as king, many had questioned how Camilla's role would change. She had been embraced by several, feeling that, following decades of public scrutiny, she had merited her position. Others had continued to be doubtful and concerned about her ascent to power. In Elizabeth's eyes, Camilla is queen. Camilla's status had been carefully controlled for Queen Elizabeth II. Although it startled some, the late queen had made it plain before her death that she intended Camilla to be acknowledged as queen consort in order to maintain stability within the monarchy. However, Camilla's influence appeared to grow beyond what many had anticipated as soon as Charles took the king. She was more than just the wife of the monarch. She was influencing royal affairs, making choices that had an impact on the hierarchy, and concentrating power in ways that unnerved certain family members. Then Anne had said something. In addition to revealing Camilla's goals, her remarks compelled the palace to take action. The monarchy, an organization that depended on control and order, could not afford such a public rupture. It had been an abrupt, quick, and decided decision to deprive Camilla of her title. The globe was in shock. The public was split, rumors were rampant, and the press carried countless headlines. Anne was viewed by some as the protector of royal integrity, a lady who was not hesitant to shield the monarchy from internal strife. The younger sister of King Charles is the Princess Royal. She was given the rank of Gold Stick in waiting for Charles after serving as the colonel of the British Army Regiment of the Blues and Royals since 1998. Some thought the action was too drastic. After all, many people thought Camilla had demonstrated her commitment to the crown by being a mainstay in Charles's life for decades. But there was no denying that the monarchy had altered in an instant. The power dynamics had changed. The royal family's future had taken a surprising turn. The story was far from over, though. There were additional questions once Camilla left. What did this signify for Kate, William, and Charles? Would Anne become even more powerful without Camilla? What did this signify, above all, for the monarchy's own future? Although the British royal family has previously survived scandals, this one was unique. This was neither the scandal of a renegade royal nor the disclosure of a covert affair. At the highest echelons, it was an internal fracture that had occurred in plain sight. One thing became evident as the dust settled. This was more than a family quarrel. The world would be observing every move that followed, marking a watershed in royal history. Behind the opulence and refined public persona of the British royal lies growing conflict between Camilla and Kate. Unquestionably, there had been a building strain. Insiders knew that Princess Kate and Queen Camilla had never been close, but recent events had elevated their relationship above the level of discomfort. A pivotal moment occurred when Camilla made a contentious choice that not only widened their gap but also caused repercussions inside the royal family. The crux of the issue was a private royal gathering that ought to have served as a unifying moment. Rather, it grew to represent partiality and exclusion. Camilla had made the decision to invite several members of her own family and to give them important roles. "I'm 75 years old now, and the only person I can recall being there is the Queen." The Middletons, Kate's relatives, were mostly ignored. This was more than simply a slight for Kate, who had always depended on her family's support as she made the move to royal life. The message was unambiguous. Was being kept apart. It was impossible to overlook the importance of this choice. Kate had benefited greatly from the Middletons' assistance in overcoming the difficulties of being a royal. In contrast to many people who had married into the royal family, Kate had remained close to her family and found solace in their company despite the scrutiny of her royal responsibilities. In addition to alienating Kate, Camilla's action hinted at a continuing power struggle within the royal family. Despite being understated, Kate's remarks spoke a lot. When custom required her to curtsy to the queen consort at a subsequent public engagement, Kate declined. For people who are not familiar with royal etiquette, a curtsy is an admission of status and hierarchy in addition to being a sign of respect. Kate's refusal was a conscious decision rather than merely a case of forgetting protocol. What at first glance appeared to be a small act of rebellion quickly came to represent the more serious divisions within the royal family. It was an obvious indication that the harmony so frequently shown to the public was actually disintegrating behind the scenes. Long defended as a stable and traditional institution, the monarchy was now showing signs of internal strife. However, this was never just about a guest list or a curtsy. Power was at issue here. After decades of fighting to become queen consort, Camilla now had to deal with resistance from within the very organization she had devoted her life to. Her behavior, which had previously been carefully controlled to preserve acceptance, was now being closely examined at every opportunity. Kate wasn't the only one who had started to criticize her impact. Senior royals were also speaking out more and more. Known for his unwavering devotion to the monarchy, Prince William had always been wary of public conflicts. As I view those remarkable photos, I am reminded of the enormous and groundbreaking efforts by numerous great conservationists in the past. But according to reports, Prince had grown uncomfortable with Camilla's place in royal affairs. He had privately expressed dissatisfaction with the way several royal festivities were being managed, and it was said that his annoyance peaked during King Charles's coronation. During these conversations, another important figure came to light. Anne the princess. The king's sister, Anne, had never been one to put up with political scheming or manipulation. Duty was the most important thing to her, and she had dedicated her life to serving others. Anne was distinct from other family members who preferred to settle arguments in private. She felt that the time for silence was past when it came to Camilla and that direct confrontation was the way to go. Anne took Camilla on directly at the coronation banquet, which was attended by the most powerful people in the monarchy. It was an unexpected moment. This was different from the royal family's well-planned encounters. Keeping quiet frustrations was one thing. It was another to openly challenge the queen consort's power. According to reports, Anne expressed her disapproval of Camilla's assertiveness in royal affairs in a plain and concise manner. The conflict went beyond personal complaints to include the wider ramifications of Camilla's position in the monarchy. The gravity of the moment could not be disregarded, since Anne's remarks directly called into question Camilla's position's validity. The consequences were immediate. The palace, an establishment based on control and stability, was forced to take action. It was uncommon for the royal family to publicly express conflict, and Anne's outspoken disobedience had prevented the monarchy from carrying on as usual. The news broke the next morning. The title has been taken away from Queen Camilla. The Globe was taken aback by the decision. Because in order to conserve money, the monarchy must be reduced. The slim down was, in my opinion, set on a day when there were a few more individuals present, which is why it seemed like a terrific and justified observation. After years of battling public disfavor, Camilla, once the most controversial person in Charles's life, secured her position next to the monarch. Her ascent had been gradual, involving tactful image control and silent tenacity. And yet all of it was reversed in a single instant. King Charles's response. It was certainly a tough decision for King Charles. He had been fighting for Camilla's acceptance for years, going against the grain to support her. The monarchy had made a lot of effort to justify her position, and now it had all been undone. In actuality, though, things had gotten out of hand. Private disputes were no longer the only source of the royal family's widening split. It had escalated into a crisis that endangered the monarchy's very stability. The effects of Camilla's departure were felt right away. The media was going crazy. The public was split as royal observers conjectured endlessly. Some thought Camilla's influence had become too great and that the decision was long time. For others, it served as a reminder of how hard it was for outsiders to fully fit in with the royal family and an unjust punishment. Questions loomed as the dust settled. For King Charles, what did this mean? Without Camilla by his side, could he rule going forward? Few events have rocked the British monarchy's foundations as severely as Queen Camilla's shocking fall from grace, despite centuries of turmoil. In addition to exposing the power struggles inside the royal family, the disclosure of her behind-the-scenes political maneuvers also brought up important issues regarding the monarchy's future. After decades of establishing her position within the organization, Camilla was abruptly brought to the forefront of debate and abruptly removed. But a bigger mystery surrounds her leaving. Who is going to fill the gap she left? Many people are wondering if the changeover will go smoothly and swiftly or if the monarchy would experience more serious unrest. With King Charles taking over tonight, many are wondering where the British monarchy will go after Queen Elizabeth's more than 70 years of steady rule. This shift occurs as the UK faces the potential for a recession and some citizens are getting tired of paying for it. Will another member of the royal family become a candidate for the position of queen consort, or will Kate, the Princess of Wales, be given preference? Moreover, what does this signify for King Charles, whose reign has already seen numerous difficulties? As the dust settles, Princess Anne shines out as a crucial character in this developing story. Princess Anne has always been renowned for her uncompromising devotion to the monarchy and her no-nonsense demeanor. She has gained a great deal of respect from the public and the palace for being one of the most trustworthy and diligent members of the royal family. She was always a staunch royal, but her recent role in exposing Camilla's political games has made her a powerful figure in the institution. By publicly contesting Camilla's sway, Anne has changed the royal family's internal power structure, demonstrating that customs by themselves cannot absolve anyone of responsibility. Some people consider Anne's actions to be brave and essential, while others regard them as the start of an unprecedented disaster. Removing a queen consort is a serious matter. Deep rifts within the royal family are indicated by this seismic upheaval. The monarchy has taken pride in its capacity to maintain unity during personal strife for generations. However, that meticulously constructed image has been destroyed by the circumstances surrounding Camilla's departure. Buckingham Palace is currently being swept by winds of change as the entire world watches. For King Charles, losing his wife as queen consort is a political setback in addition to an emotional one. It took years of meticulous planning, public rehabilitation, and enduring extreme scrutiny for Camilla to be by his side. Charles had battled to gain her position, and she had fought for it. Everywhere she went, she was followed, but she refused to turn and leave. I believe she sensed that Charles needed assistance. Ultimately, though, even the king was unable to overlook the mounting dissatisfaction inside his own household. He must make tough choices regarding the future during this moment of crisis, choices that will impact the duration of his rule. The monarchy is currently at a turning point in its history, with internal strife endangering its stability and tensions rising to unprecedented levels. The once indestructible institution, which has withstood wars, revolutions, and scandals, is currently dealing with a crisis of credibility. Is it able to survive the strain of such division? Will the lawn-supporting British populace start to doubt the monarchy's applicability in the contemporary world? This concerns not just Queen Camilla's departure but also the testing of the monarchy's fundamental basis. The royal family, which has traditionally been seen as a symbol of continuity in history, is now more scrutinized than before. The question of whether the monarchy still has a place in a society that is becoming more progressive also comes up as a result of changing public opinion. The institution has been adapting to survive for decades. It was often thought that Camilla's ascent to the position of queen consort was evidence of her flexibility, an indication that the monarchy was open to change. However, her demise now serves as a reminder that even the royal family's most seasoned members are subject to change. The degree to which the public still values the monarchy's role in British society will be gauged by how they respond to this issue. Are they going to keep funding an organization with centuries-old roots? Or will they insist on a monarchy that embodies contemporary ideals? All eyes are on Prince William and Princess Kate as these questions loom. The pair, who were once viewed as the future faces of the royal family, are now at the center of one of the most trying times in the history of the monarchy. Given the institution's current state of disarray, they must choose between embracing change and sticking to the status quo. This is an important turning point in William's life. His leadership as the heir apparent is being put to the test in unexpected ways. Has already encountered difficulties, such as the strains of getting ready for his future as king and his tense relationship with Prince Harry. He now faces an even more difficult task, restoring public trust in the monarchy while making sure the institution endures. The destiny of the monarchy will be significantly influenced by Kate as well. She is adored by the British public and is a symbol of both modernity and tradition. She will have to strike a balance between the necessity of development and the weight of history if she becomes queen consort earlier than anticipated. When I joined Place 2B 4 years ago, I firmly believed in what you all already know, that providing early support and assistance to young children improves their results in later life. Will she end up serving as a link between the new and old monarchy? Or will she find herself enmeshed in the same power battles that have characterized royal existence for generations, much like Camilla? The monarchy as we know it is evolving, that much is clear. The institution must figure out how to endure in a time when blind devotion is no longer assured as the old alliances change and new power dynamics emerge. Queen Camilla's departure marks the start of a new and unpredictable period rather than merely the close of one chapter. Being a royal in the 21st century involves more than simply grace, tradition, and outward appearances. Being a queen consort requires wit, cunning, and perseverance. Long recognized for her composure and public-facing skills, Kate now has the difficult challenge of demonstrating that she is more than just a symbolic figure. She needs to show that she is capable of taking charge, handling family politics within the family, and earning the respect of the British public and the monarchy. Kate is facing an enormous task. The public might still be skeptical of the monarchy's stability following Camilla's sudden exit. Will they accept Kate as the heir apparent to the throne? Or will there be a rift brought about by the drama surrounding Camilla's departure? One important factor will be public opinion. A well-curated image of a contemporary, approachable royal couple has been established by Kate and Prince William. They have portrayed themselves as family-oriented and duty-driven. Attributes that have made them popular with the people. But taking on the position of queen consort is a completely different challenge. Every choice Kate takes will be closely examined. Her interactions with other royal family members, her support for William, and her portrayal as a potential queen. Princess Anne is among the most surprising characters to surface in this royal turmoil. Anne, a rock of strength in the royal family for decades, is well known for her tough demeanor and strong sense of responsibility. The hardest working royal is said to be Princess Anne. Her recent contribution to revealing Camilla's political scheming, however, has greatly increased her stature. Although Anne has never sought attention, her deeds speak louder than words. She has demonstrated that she is not hesitant to act decisively when the integrity of the monarchy is at risk by questioning Camilla's authority. This poses a significant query. Could Anne have a bigger influence on how the monarchy develops in the future? Although men have always held the majority of royal power, Anne's assertiveness suggests that the royal institution is beginning to change its perception of women. Princess Diana's well-publicized marriage to Charles and the ensuing disclosures of his affair with Camilla have left a lasting impression on the royal family, if she lives to their mother's legacy. Diana candidly referred to Camilla as the third party in her marriage to Charles in her well-known 1995 interview. The world was startled by this public admission of infidelity, which further strained the already tense relationship between Diana's sons and the future queen consort. Because of this past, Prince William found it challenging to embrace Camilla as a member of the family. Insiders have long pointed out that William's feelings for Camilla are complex, despite the fact that he has maintained an outwardly cordial relationship with her. According to certain accounts, William puts up with Camilla. Although he understands how important she is to his father, he doesn't feel the same way about her. Although some of the tension has subsided with time, the residual mistrust has not completely vanished. For her part, Queen Camilla has made a concerted effort to fit in with the royal family, but rumors have it that she also feels uneasy around William because of his attachment to his late mother's memory and his guardianship of the monarchy's future. William's rising position within the monarchy. Prince William has always been prepared for leadership roles as the future King of England. His duties inside the royal family have grown considerably in the last many years. Together with his wife, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, William has assumed a more significant role in overseeing royal matters as King Charles's health problems worsen. William's rise has been characterized by a strong sense of obligation to the British people and the crown. But he has also clashed with other senior royals, such as Queen Camilla, as a result of this increase in authority. The stability of the monarchy in the future has always been William's top priority, but occasionally his choices have conflicted with his stepmother's. William's choice to fire Camilla's sister, Annabel Elliot, from the Duchy of Cornwall has been one of the main points of contention between them. The refurbishment of royal estates was one of the many royal projects that Annabel, a gifted interior designer, had worked on. Some viewed her dismissal as a pragmatic move to ensure openness and streamline royal operations. But Queen Camilla found a personal resonance in this action. Princess Kate's home videos provide an intimate look behind the scenes of that momentous day. The controversy involving the Duchy of Cornwall. Cornwall, the Duchy. Traditionally, the heir to the king inherits a private estate that was founded in 1337. Prince Charles managed the duchy's affairs for many years, using its profits to finance his public service and charity endeavors. Prince William inherited the duchy when Charles ascended to the throne, and he has since managed it actively. The duchy has changed in a number of ways under William's direction. Some viewed his decision to fire Annabel Elliot as a component of a larger initiative to modernize and professionalize the estate's operations. But there was a lot of conflict in the family as a result of the transfer, especially between William and Camilla. Not only was Annabel's choice to leave the company a business one, but it was also a personal one that affected Queen Camilla deeply. For Camilla, Annabel's function in the duchy was about family more than it was about her job. Annabel's presence in royal circles gave Camilla a sense of familiarity, and the two sisters have always been close assistants. Some royal insiders believe that William's decision to cut Annabel from the payroll was a symbolic act that demonstrated the widening gulf between him and Camilla. A bold step back, Queen Camilla made a daring and surprising move in reaction to Prince William's decision. She took a brief leave of absence from her royal responsibilities. This action was unexpected for a woman who had faithfully fulfilled her public duties and supported her husband for decades. But some also viewed it as a calculated retreat. Camilla chose to take a break for reasons other than self-care. It was a well-planned action. She might have been expressing her displeasure with recent changes in the family by withdrawing from the spotlight. Simultaneously, her choice gave her back authority over her position in the kingdom. Within the royal family, resigning from royal obligations is not unusual. Whether for personal reasons or in reaction to family conflicts, a number of family members have taken time off from public life over the years. However, considering the monarchy's current situation, Camilla's choice is very noteworthy. With Prince William taking on a more active position and King Charles's health in doubt, Camilla's withdrawal complicates the family dynamic and its effects on King Charles. King Charles finds himself in a challenging situation as family tensions rise. He is in charge of preserving the stability and unity of the royal family in his capacity as monarch. But because of his health issues, he is now more and more dependent on other senior royals to perform his public obligations. So, back in my own Britain, a major pump and policy day has begun. At the formal start of the new session of Parliament, King Charles III gave a speech here. One of the most distinctive aspects of Charles's rule has been his connection with Camilla. Even though their marriage has been controversial, Camilla has been a loyal partner to Charles, backing him in private and in public. Camilla has assumed a more significant role within the monarchy in recent years because to Charles's health issues, and she has received recognition for her commitment and leadership. But King Charles is under more strain now that Camilla has decided to resign from her position. Charles is growing more and more reliant on other family members to assume royal duties as his health problems worsen. Queen Camilla's absence has left a palpable emptiness, even though Prince William and Catherine have stepped forward to fill it. According to some royal insiders, Charles is privately torn by the recent changes in the family. On the one hand, he recognizes that William, as the future king, needs to assume greater responsibilities. He understands the personal toll that recent events have had on Camilla, however, and is devoted to her. In addition to influencing the family's internal dynamics, the public's response to Queen Camilla's choice to step away from her royal responsibilities has generated a lot of discussion. The reaction from the British public, who have traditionally been close viewers of royal life, has been a mixture of surprise, worry, and conjecture. Some interpret Camilla's retreat as a show of strength, a declaration that she would not be marginalized or discredited in the family. Some media sites have presented her choice to temporarily withdraw from public life as a planned step to safeguard her well-being and mental health, while also reclaiming her position of authority within the kingdom. Others, however, have viewed Camilla's choice as a retreat in the face of mounting difficulties. According to some analysts, Camilla's move might be an admission that her influence within the family is declining, especially because Prince William is taking on a more significant role and King Charles's health is in doubt. Queen Camilla has long been the subject of conflicting coverage in the British press. She has received recognition for her contributions to numerous philanthropic causes, yet she has also drawn criticism, especially from those who continue to uphold Princess Diana's legacy. Critics have been criticizing Camilla since she withdrew from public life, which has rekindled some of these old arguments. Dedication to her position as queen consort and to the monarchy. The monarch's future. What's next? The future of the monarchy is at stake as the royal family works through this most recent phase of internal strife. The coming years will be critical in deciding the future of the monarchy because of King Charles's deteriorating health and Prince William's growing prominence. Prince William's leadership style differs significantly from his father's. William is viewed as more contemporary and practical, but Charles has traditionally been more conventional. As he is ready to assume greater responsibilities, he is making adjustments, such as cutting Annabel Elliot from the Duchy of Cornwall payroll. But there has been a price for these adjustments. William and Queen Camilla's increasing conflict serves as a reminder of the personal difficulties that frequently accompany changes in the royal family's leadership. William's task will be to strike a balance between the necessity to preserve family unity and his vision for the monarchy's future. Regarding Queen Camilla, her choice to withdraw from public life begs the question of what her future position in the monarchy will entail. Will her withdrawal grow more permanent, or will she return to her responsibilities with newfound vigor? In the upcoming months and years, how will her relationship with Prince William change? The working royals have returned to their formal jobs after the end of the British summer. However, Queen Camilla and Prince William are making the majority of public appearances while King Charles and the Princess of Wales are receiving cancer treatment. The role of King Charles in family strife. King Charles has been mostly ignored as he navigates his health issues and the increasingly complicated dynamics of his family, while Prince William and Queen Camilla have received a lot of attention. Charles is in charge of more than only the ceremonial duties associated with his role as king. Additionally, he plays a crucial role in keeping the royal family harmonious. However, given how publicly visible the difficulties between William and Camilla have become, this is no small feat. Although King Charles is well known for his lifetime commitment to charities, environmental concerns, and the monarchy, he has also come under fire from the public, particularly about his private life. As the two handle royal obligations together, his contentious relationship with Camilla, once seen with public disapproval, is now being seen in a different way. However, Charles has found it hard to overlook the pressure on their marriage, especially as a result of William's conduct and the expulsion of Annabel Elliot. Charles has always been a devoted father to William and Harry, but like many fathers, he has been embroiled in a family dispute. William's plans for the future could not always coincide with his devotion to Camilla and his wish to preserve a powerful, stable monarchy. Charles may find it more difficult to manage the conflicts between his son and his wife as he takes a break from some of his responsibilities owing to health troubles. But according to some royal insiders, Charles has been using tactful diplomacy in recent months. Charles may be expressing his confidence in his son's leadership skills by giving William additional authority over the Duchy of Cornwall and other royal duties, while also giving Camilla the freedom to choose her place in the family. The monarchy's ability to withstand this storm of internal conflict ultimately depends on Charles's leadership. Opinion of the monarchy among the general public. Views on the royal family are as polarized as ever as the British public continues to follow these occurrences. For a long time, the monarchy has been a subject of both admiration and condemnation. Following a period of contemplation on the function of the monarchy in contemporary Britain following the death of Queen Elizabeth II, the topic has now switched once more with the arrival of King Charles. There has been a mixed response from the public to Queen Camilla's decision to resign from her royal duties. Given the challenges Camilla has encountered since marrying into the royal family, many people have an empathetic opinion of her. Although not everyone agrees, Camilla has gained the respect of some members of the public despite her early unpopularity, especially for her efforts on literacy and domestic violence issues. Camilla's withdrawal is interpreted by critics as an indication that she might not be entirely dedicated to her position as queen consort. The conflicts between William and Camilla are merely a reminder of the past, when Diana was viewed as a victim of royal dynamics that prioritized tradition over personal fulfillment, for those who still hold her in high regard. In contrast, Prince William's popularity keeps rising. He is considered by many to be a modernizing influence in the monarchy as the future king. William has developed a reputation for stability, friendliness, and commitment to royal duties alongside his wife, Catherine. He is widely regarded as the personification of the monarchy's future, and the public's perception of him is only strengthened by his growing responsibilities. But there are difficulties associated with this growing notoriety. William's leadership of the monarchy and his family's personal dynamics must be balanced as he takes on greater responsibilities. His connection with Camilla is still a sensitive topic, and everyone is keeping a careful eye on him to see how he handles this challenging situation. The future of the monarchy currently rests not just on William's leadership skills but also on his ability to keep the peace within the family. I recently received a significant update from the British royal family. Behind me, the Princess of Wales published this video. Following her recent cancer diagnosis, Kate Middleton is speaking out and revealing that she has finished chemotherapy. What will happen to the royal family next? The British monarchy is at a turning point in its history. With his current health issues, King Charles is gradually giving Prince William more responsibility. In the meantime, concerns regarding Queen Camilla's long-term role are raised by her withdrawal from public life. It is obvious that a time of adjustment and change is ahead for the royal family as they go. Prince William will be the center of attention in the upcoming months as he continues to exert control over the monarchy's future. His choices will influence not only his reign but also the institution as a whole, from modernizing the Duchy of Cornwall to managing the delicate relationship with Queen Camilla. William might be the leader who ushers in a new era for the royal family if he can effectively strike a balance between his desire for reform and the need to respect the monarchy's traditions. The question still stands for Queen Camilla: will she resume her responsibilities with fresh vigor, or will her withdrawal indicate a change in the royal family's power dynamics? Throughout her tenure as queen consort, Camilla has surely encountered many difficulties, but she has also demonstrated tenacity and commitment. Her connection with both Charles and William will probably determine whether she re-establishes herself as a key role in the monarchy or takes a permanent step back. The king at the heart of this developing story is King Charles. The future of the monarchy will be largely determined by his health and leadership skills in the upcoming years. The internal dynamics of the family will continue to be greatly influenced by Charles's dual roles as king and father, even though he may be transitioning into a more symbolic role. Internal conflict and controversy are nothing new to the British royal family. However, the present conflicts involving Queen Camilla, King Charles, and Prince William mark a particularly important turning point in the monarchy's history. The decisions made in the upcoming months will influence the future of the British monarchy for future generations as the family struggles with succession, loyalty, and the crown's future course. Prince William's growing responsibilities and Queen Camilla's withdrawal from public life indicate a change in the family's power dynamics. It is still unclear if William and Camilla can cooperate for the benefit of the monarchy as he assumes a more significant role. However, King Charles's leadership will be crucial to keeping the family together, particularly given his ongoing health issues. Ultimately, whether the institution is still respected and relevant in the eyes of the British public will depend on how well the royal family handles these difficulties. Everyone will be watching William, Charles, and Camilla because the monarchy is at a turning point, as they attempt to make amends and choose a direction for the future.